and ambitions. Imagine those hopes and ambitions being nothing but ambitions. Fortunately for us, ambitions are possible to see. However, for undocumented immigrants, ambitions are harder to see. According to FDC's political transcripts of Senator Henry Reid, in preparation before addressing the Senate in 2007, said this: "The DREAM Act would allow children that have grown up in the United States, brought here by their parents through no fault of their own, to legalized status. Many of the children this bill would help are very talented and have graduated at the top or near the top of their classes." Today I will be informing you on the three basic components of the DREAM Act: the reason, the advantages that undocumented immigrants will receive, and lastly, information on those who oppose the DREAM Act. Let's start by talking about the DREAM Act's purpose along with its establishment and structure. The DREAM Act's reason along with its establishment and structure is highly significant for those who are undocumented. According to an article in the New York Times, Chasing the Dream, Representative Howard Berman says he proposed this legislation after hearing about a high school valedictorian almost not being able to attend college because he is undocumented. According to the DREAM Act portal, the purpose of the DREAM Act is to assist those with the skills to have a chance to excel their talents and give back to a country that has allowed them to exemplify their intelligence while earning legal residence. According to another article in the New York Times, A Chance to Dream, the DREAM Act is a bill to open opportunity for college and military students to children of undocumented immigrants. Roughly 65,000 children graduate a year into a constrained future because they cannot work or legally qualify for lowest college aid. According to Michael A. Olivas, writer of Colleges and Undocumented Students, undocumented immigrants will be able to apply for financial aid. However, they will not be able to receive the federal Pell Grant. The structure of the DREAM Act contains qualifications and additional assistance in its proposal as well. Students must have entered the United States between the ages of 16 and 35. They must have been present for 5 years prior to the enactment of the bill. They must have graduated from the United States high school or have a GED or have been accepted into an institution of higher education. They will be given 6 years of restricted residency. Within those 6 years, 2 years of either a military or college service must be completed. Now let's talk about the benefits that undocumented students will receive. If undocumented students are given the chance to expand their knowledge, they can contribute so much to their futures and to society. According to an article from USA Today written by a now documented immigrant from Northwestern University, he says many high school students are not in college because they are undocumented. In addition to his claim, he also states the United States Senate is shutting the doors of opportunity for many immigrant teens. He also states the United States promotes education in other countries but cannot help its own citizens in aligning education. Even those with superior authority are in support for this proposed law. President Barack Obama is for passing this proposed law. According to an article in Diverse Issues of Higher Education by Charles Robarts, the president, then former senator of Illinois, said this: "I believe that all students, regardless of national origin, deserve an equal opportunity to a high-quality public education." Now, let's discuss the views on those who oppose the DREAM Act. Those who oppose the DREAM Act see it as nothing but an increased cost to taxpayers. According to the Heritage Foundation, the DREAM Act is a nightmare. In 1996, an immigration law was legalized that allowed undocumented immigrants to attend college, but this law did not allow them in-state tuition rates unless passed within the state. Undocumented immigrants will be an extra cost to state revenue because in order for states to allow them in-state tuition rates, they must allow all citizens in-state tuition rates. According to the Chronicle of Higher Education, California Board of Trustees members were also removed in their support for the DREAM Act. Former Board of Trustees member Kay Albani says that community college should be open to all. Senator Roy Ashburn claims illegal aliens are breaking the law and tax dollars should not be used to support them. Others argue that the DREAM Act will be not fair to natural-born citizens. In an article on Amnesty for Illegal Immigrants, the DREAM Act will allow children of illegal aliens to pay in-state tuition rates. The article also says children of law-abiding American citizens would have to pay more. Therefore, you have now been exemplified with three basic components of the DREAM Act: the reason, the positive, and the negative. The DREAM Act's reason, along with its establishment and structure, is highly significant for those who are undocumented. Many undocumented students would be able to achieve their aspirations for the future. Although a beneficial proposed law, they argue it is a proposed law of nothing but increased tax dollars. So I ask you, imagine being told you cannot illustrate your talents or skills or anything relative to who you are because of your place of origin. Imagine being deported back to a place you don't know. Envision a life without performance, and envision a life of hoping instead of doing.